Hey everybody, welcome back to the tower. I hope you're having a great day, and if you're not, well, you've come to the right place. What do I do here? Well, I draw two cards from the Major Arcana deck just like this to find out what your overall reading is going to be about the tower. Tower moments are never usually much fun. They can lead to good things, or they can end good bad things, but something's going to change. What we do here is we find out what the cause is and the outcome in the tower moment. We look at the bottom of the deck for more information, and then we clarify with 3, 2, and 3, and then we'll look at the bottom of the deck for one more card to see what makes sense. All of these messages are timeless, so whenever you're watching this is when the universe wanted you to see it. And there are no star signs. Everybody gets to play. With that out of the way, if you're new here, welcome. If you're coming back, I hope I can help you again. Please think about hitting the old subscribe button. Totally free, doesn't cost anything. All right, let's get started. Moon on this side of the tower is basically the energy of being lost. You don't know where you're going. You don't know how you're going to get there. You're just kind of wandering in the same old energy, right? It's like, I don't know what I'm going to do today. I've got no purpose. I've got no mission. I've got nothing. You kind of feel a little bit worthless. Which I'm not saying you are, but that's just how you kind of feel lately. Drained, tired, kind of lost. Not sure what's going to happen next. So that's going to lead to your tower moment because, man, that usually does lead to the tower moment when you're not sure what's going to come next. The universe usually decides for you. And that leads to the Lover's card. I'm the lizard guy right there. This is an emotional choice. This doesn't always mean that somebody magical is going to walk into your life and make you feel all those weird little butterflies inside. No, not always. This can also be a huge emotional decision that I need to make something in my life. I need to get focused. I need to do the thing that, makes me feel like it's worth getting up every morning or whenever you wake up. Right? So, it could be a person, but maybe not. We'll see. Sun and the Judgment card. So you're going to make a choice that's going to lead you to happiness. Or happier than where you are right now. That's good. But what in the world is going to cause you to want to do that? It's got to be something kind of violent. Or unsettling, maybe. Yeah. Well, the nine of Wands over the moon makes total sense. You're just tired. You're drained. You don't want to do this anymore. Defeated. Yeah, 5 of Swords. And the 2 of Swords. So, yeah, you definitely feel blocked, defeated, and burned out. Tired, exhausted. You don't want to do this anymore. You feel like you've lost. You feel like you've reached the end of your road. You feel like you can't go further than this. You feel done. Like you've tried every single thing you could try and you don't know how to proceed. You just burned out. You feel like whatever you're up against has beaten you. I don't know. Tower moment. 5 of Pentacles. Ugh. 4 of Pentacles, of course. Basically, both of these cards are the card over the tower and under the tower. It's the card of abandonment. You need to leave something behind and you need to let it go. This is whatever you're up against here. Whatever makes you feel defeated and tired and beaten up is never going to change. You are beating your head against a wall that cannot be broken down by you. You can't win. I know that's what sucks. Nobody wants to hear they can't win, but this is a situation where you need to leave it behind. And this tower moment is going to tell you in no uncertain terms that, yes, it's time to quit. It's time to move on. Time to try something new. You gotta let it go. This is a fight that you can't win. You've been doing it for too long, and it's burned you out. But then the lovers show up. Emotional choice. You're going to have to do the King of Pentacles here. Okay. Nice, more Pentacles. Ace of Wands. Nice. And the Three of Swords. Oh, yeah. Okay, the Three of Swords is basically you feel betrayed by what happened to you over here. This emotional choice is going to be a direct cause, a direct decision of how you felt over here. You feel betrayed by a person, by a community, by a job. Somewhere you have wanted to try to implement change in a world where the people who are in charge don't listen to you. And I mean, and it feels like their moral compass is way off, like in the garbage. It feels like their common sense is way off in the garbage. It feels like everything that you see is obvious and should be taken care of, they don't care about it at all because they're trying to be nice. You feel like the community here is full of criminals and monsters and evil mother, right? You feel like it's full of trash and you want to clean it up, but the people in charge won't do it. You feel betrayed. You feel stabbed in the back. And that's what this decision is going to become. You're going to have inspiration. And the King of Pentacles is here because your life is pretty good. It's just that this situation you're in just makes you feel like, what's the point? Your life is okay, but you feel like, what's the point? Because this is an important thing and part of your life, and it's just gone bad. Anyway, so the emotional choice here, you've got to make a huge judgment call, and it's going to lead you to the sun. It's going to lead you to a sense of purpose, happiness, and stuff like that. And it's all going to be born out of betrayal and all of this stuff over here. The Tower moment is just going to be you realizing that you can't do anything. You've tried everything. You've talked to the people in charge. You've tried literally everything, and you've probably been trying for years now to make someplace or something better, and it's just not working. And you're burned out. But that's going to bring the inspiration. You're going to finally be inspired to do something better with your energy. It's just going to take this harsh realization of nothing I do here is ever going to work. And that sucks. But when you consider all of this on the other side of the tower, it's emotional choice, but it leads to happiness and you make the right call. So maybe it's time to let whatever this is go. Maybe you realize that you can't change it from the inside. You can't change it from the outside. You can't do anything about it because these people are corrupt to the core, evil. They think they're doing the right thing, and it's just insane to you because you've seen all the stuff gone wrong, and they're just like, we can tolerate that. And it's come to a point where you can't tolerate what's going on over here anymore. So you have to move on. You have to break free of these people, this community, their situation, whatever it is, and make your own path. Because you feel betrayed and you don't want to feel like that ever again. All right? At the bottom of the deck, we have the Six of Pentacles, which makes sense because it's all about give and take. And they have taken from you everything. And you have given to them everything in hopes that they would see common sense or common decency or just act human, and they never do. They're evil. And you know this. So it's time to move on. You can't fix what is broken from the top down. You can't fix that. So you got to start your own thing. and you're going to be pretty good at it. It's going to take some work, but I think you got this. You know exactly what needs to be done and how to do it. All right, that's going to be my reading for today. I hope this helped you a little bit. You're not in a good place right now, and it's going to be a pretty dark place for a while, but sun's coming. Just hold on. I hope this video helped keep you inspired to not quite give up on your dreams and hopes and all that. And I will talk to you guys later. Here's the cards, and we'll watch us go. All right. Usually at this point, most people are gone by now, so I get to talk to the void and say a little bit. Thank you for watching if you made it this far. And, like I said, I'm just a guy with a cell phone, so, help me out. Hit the old subscribe button. I try to upload every day. And I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Again, thanks for watching. Good luck, and don't be too discouraged. You're close to a breakthrough. All right. Bye.